Okay, we're coming into the town of Toke, and I think we're gonna hang it up here for the night. We put on 200 miles today. I think it's time to rest. So we've eyeballed a couple campgrounds. We might pull into one for the night. Welcome to Toke, Alaska. It's on the left up here, Steve. Not right there. We're going to check out this one we saw from a video on Wild RV Life, and it's called the Stoves Campground. Have a unique place. This is called the Alaskan Stoves Campground. It's self-serve here in Toke, Alaska. They have a variety of items down here if you need to borrow something. Over here they have their list of their prices. Everything is on your honor. Pull into your campsite. Here in a payphone booth, it is repurposed into their pay kiosk. In here you find your envelopes and a pen. Up here it talks about the prices and a little map. And once you have your envelope ready, you deposit it right here into this adorable little stove that's made out of a 20-pound propane tank. It really is a nice little campground. It's located next to an airport. Airplanes over there. We heard one take off this morning. And yes, there is a highway nearby, but as is in all campgrounds in Alaska, there's only one highway and there's only one place to pull in, and this is where we are. So down here are the campsites. There's electric pull-throughs that'll accommodate a big rig that are really nice and level. We pulled C2 last night when we got here. And now you can see why it's called Alaskan Stoves. There's a bunch of stoves over here. And at each campsite, there's also a little grilling stove. They have a dump station back there, fresh water fill over here. And these, I believe, are meant for grilling. Oh, or a fire. Isn't that cute? Here, I'll zoom back out. There we go. And there's one of these on each campsite. Well, now that I'm done with my shower, it's time to get back in and get roadworthy. What do you think, Nick? Oh, was I gone too long? Oh, how dare I be gone so long from you? Oh my, should I come back in? Yeah, okay. Okay, here are the restrooms in the shower building. You have to get in with a code, which is nice, but it's fully stocked. They even include things like feminine hygiene needs. And over here in the showers, they include shampoo and body wash in each shower. And they ask you politely to please spray down and wipe the showers when you're done. How nice is that? Pretty much everything here is on your honor and self-serve. Okay, this is an experience. A lot of the Alaska people we watch stop at Three Bears. It's kind of a franchise here in Alaska. It's kind of what they call their mini Walmart. And we're going to try it out. And a little bit of everything. Here's Steve checking out Coleman camp gear. Coleman propanes. A little bit of everything here. They had some back aisles of household stuff and pet stuff and lots of produce. Pretty reasonably priced. Not bad at all. We got a cart full. It's mostly good stuff. A little impulse. Wasn't this nice? With the fuel up, you get a free RV wash. When you see how dirty it is on this side, you can see why it really needs it. I don't think we've ever had this rig this dirty. I don't think this rig's ever been this dirty, has it, Steve?
No, it has not. It's been never this filthy.
Oh, but it's so worth it. Sassy dog inside doesn't like you scrubbing.
No?
He wants to help.
Yeah. Should help. The freeloader.
And here's the motorhome, all nice, fresh, and clean in Tok, Alaska. Got off all the road grime from coming up through the Yukon. Steve did a great job washing it all up while I sat inside and edited photos. He's putting away our washing gear. We brought our own from home. That way we're sure that's not full of grease or goo or whatever. We bring our own brushes and our own wash fluid, soap stuff. I think it looks marvelous, clean and shiny and new again. Well, we went a whole 15 miles south of Tok to a place called Eagle Trail Recreation Site. It's a state recreation site. And it sure is nice. We pulled in and got a campsite for $18. We're the only ones in this loop. The sun's starting to go down. We thought we'd take a little walk. The campground actually has 4 different loops. We're in this one. There's one across from us. One over here with pull-through sites, and one over there. Off this way is a nature trail. This is the historic Eagle Trail. We'll learn more about that later. All the rules. This is an interesting one. The sites are 18, but it's 20 if it has to be collected by the concessionaire. So take care of filling out your envelope and putting it in the Iron Ranger over there. Ready to go this way, Nick? Are they loose? Well, we just had a nice chat with these folks with 2 more Winnebagos. Views like ours. And now it's time to head back to our campsite. The sun's going down. It's getting a little cool, a little crisp. We've seen a few of the flying helicopters here and there, otherwise known as the Alaskan mosquito. Steve says, you know, it's not too bad hitting them. They're pretty big. They're easy to catch and kill. He swats at them with his battery-powered mosquito racket. Good morning from Eagle Trail. And this has been our morning routine now. We've kind of deleted carrying a coffee maker with us. We used to buy whole bean coffee and grind it in the coffee maker, but you always had to run the generator or run it off the inverter. The Blue Mountain blend coffee that we like from Magnum Exotics here comes in whole bean or in ground. And our daughter got us hooked on this coffee about, 15, 20 years ago. And it's the only kind of coffee I like. So we can buy it locally in Green Bay at the Fleet Farm store, kind of like a farm home type store. And I can order it from Amazon, but it costs a lot more. So I buy it in Green Bay, and we took along a stash with us to have enough to get through 4 months. So what we've been doing, instead of running it through a percolator now, is we're using a good old tea kettle to heat up water on the stove, filtered water, and we run it through this little rubber silicone device with a filter in it. We pour the grounds in, and it's called pour over coffee. And this little device folds flat for easy storage. Pretty easy to clean and rinse out, and we just set it over our cup and pour the coffee in. And that's been kind of our morning routine. Steve does that when we get up. He takes care of making the coffee. Sometimes we use our big mugs. This one is one that we got from High Cliff State Park, where Steve retired from. This one is called Starry, Starry Nights in Wisconsin. And this one came from my dear friend Juanita, who is no longer with us. So those are our favorite morning sipping mugs. But then if we're traveling, I transfer it into a 12-volt traveling mug. And this one has a little cord off the end, and I can set the temperature to my desired temperature, and it keeps my coffee warm while we're traveling. So if it's a lazy morning like this, we sip out of our regular ceramic mugs. And sometimes, if we're only drinking a smaller amount, we have these smaller mugs that say Steve and Karen and our motorhome and RVing, what a view. So, but these are smaller. That's for a quick gulp, and then we're on the road and moving. So that's what we're doing this morning, is having a little bit of coffee. We ate an orange for a little bit of fruit. And now we're maybe going to take a little walk around outside before we leave here. We're heading down towards Glen Allen today. But it's so nice looking outside with that sunshine. I think we need to take a little walk. Well, it's time to get outside and take a little walk.
Want your phone? Come on. Okay.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Wish this camera had smell-o-vision and you could smell what this is like for us. Beautiful morning. Look at that sky. Surrounded by big white puffy clouds. Okay. Someone remarked that there's not enough of Karen on the videos. I do all the narrating and all the picture taking and all the editing and posting, but I'm not on the videos enough. So I thought I'd do one with us. There's lots of Nick on the videos, but that's because he's so darn cute. Right?
Yep, it is.
So I'm hoping this microphone is working out okay on the GoPro mod. It's supposed to be a bullet directional whatever mic. Until we get to a larger town that maybe has some other microphone systems that maybe I can explore. Oh, that sunshine feels good. Got a little cold last night. We were cozy warm inside.
Sure, it was nice and warm, that's for sure. They got an interesting looking bear bin garbage cans. I've never seen that type before.
Yeah, let's take a look at these. So there's the garbage can, and on the lid,
you slip it in there.
kind of like the deposit at the bank.
Or the mailbox.
Yeah. What's that
service.
Back lever for?
I'm not sure. It must. Oh, it releases the lock.
Oh, so they can't just pull the lid off the can.
Right.
The bear.
Yeah. So I guess that's. Oh, it's
Push down. Yeah.
Oh, it lifts it up that way.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it keeps it down. So yeah.
Okay. Well, that's interesting for a type of bear-proof container. So the other RV couples that had a Winnebago views like ours left early this morning. They were over there. They told us they'd be leaving between 5 and 6 a.m. They're on the last haul back to Anchorage where they live. And they're hoping to make it today, all in one day. They want to sleep in their own beds tonight, they said. They've been on the road all winter down in Arizona. And they're on their way back. So here's some really nice outhouses. Nice and clean, Steve said.
Yep.
Newer buildings. And there's a regular garbage with the bear lid. For those of you that aren't in bear country, these type of garbage cans have a little cover that bear paws can't get into that push on a lever. And then you can throw your garbage over inside. And bears can't get into these. Nick, can you get into them? No. Nick says he won't go in the garbage. So the pass we came over the other day, everything was still brown. There was nothing on the trees yet. There was no greenery. So this is pretty nice here. Things are budding out and greening up over on this side of the pass. Look at the pretty spring leaves. That bright green color is so refreshing. So in the middle of these 4 loops, there's a large open area with a pavilion for gatherings. And down this way, if you keep going, you can get over to the river. I don't know if I want to go that far this morning. We're getting ready to load up and head out. But it sure is a gorgeous morning out here. Okay, normally this is Steve's job on the outside, but today I thought I would do it. He knocks once to let me know he's ready. He watches the slide go in. He's watching the little slide topper on top, as well as the rubber flanges on each side. Making sure everything goes in evenly and correctly. While I'm on the inside making sure the mattress and everything is properly seated to go in that back slide. Okay, this one's the side slide, which is our love seat. And again, one knock on the window. Nick is inside sitting on the love seat. You can't see it through the tinted windows, but he rides the love seat in. So he's watching over here. And he's watching over here. Making sure everything goes in correctly. And there it goes. Okay, now Steve is going to use this remote control panel and retract our Bigfoot levelers from underneath. He hits a button. Then he goes around and checks to make sure that all 4 of them have correctly retracted and are back up where they belong. So we're going to hit the road and start heading towards Glen Allen. We're not quite sure how far we're going to go today. It's kind of a bummer to leave this place. But on the road again. Time to keep moving south and west towards Glen Allen.